Not far from Spruce Pine, nestled in a secluded Blue Ridge setting, there is a true North Carolina treasure. But you wouldn't know from the outside what's going on inside. This extraordinary place is the Penland School of Crafts, which for more than 75 years has been a mecca of sorts for artists of all kinds. They come from all over the world here to this peaceful setting to further their craft, to discover something in themselves, or perhaps even begin something completely new. Ceramic sculptor Cristina Cordova came to teach and experience the reality of a place that she'd heard about for a long time.
I think the first time I heard of Penland was when I went to take a workshop with Paul Berenson about 6 years ago, and he talked about it almost like in a mythological way. Beautiful rolling hills, and he kept saying to me, you have to come to this place, it's wonderful. It's fresh, it's like, it's isolated, but the most wonderful collectors come through. Like, all these people are drawn to it and get to feel that energy, and you can still go back to your studio or take a walk, and you feel you're in the middle of nowhere. There's a very delicate balance that an artist thrives in that I think Penland continually touches on, at least for me.
I always thought of wood as being a very linear thing, something that was very rigid. Once I saw how you could make it look so fluid, that was where it was at for me from then on. Everyone here is so willing to share, and everyone comes from such different perspectives that you end up learning not only from the instructor, but from every other student that you come in contact with.
I just got so sick of my sons having all the fun that I decided, it was time for me to come down here and find out what this Penland thing is all about. Just learned this afternoon.
What has become a rich and varied creative environment actually had rather humble beginnings. During the 1920s, an educator named Lucy Morgan was looking for a way to help local families supplement their income by reviving the craft of weaving, which had just about died out in the Appalachians with growth of the commercial textile industry.
Lucy provided them with looms and then began to work on a weekly basis where she would describe the kind of things she thought might sell. She sold work through a lot of different craft shops in a multi-state area. It wasn't just in North Carolina.
Edward Wurst, a well-respected weaver from Chicago, soon arrived at Lucy's invitation to teach the community's weavers how to improve their skills. And soon the fledgling Penland School of Crafts began to take flight.
Well, Penland was drawing students from all over the country its very first year. And then it evolved so that they were making pottery and working with metal. It didn't stay with just weaving. And over the years, Penland's become very well known across the country and internationally.
The artist's touch is apparent just about everywhere at Penland. Created for and by artists. Like this colorful wall along one walkway, which evolved from a class project in tile making.
We have little art objects all over campus where people have left things, or a visiting artist has said, I would really love to clad this tree in mica. And so we say, absolutely, that's why we're here. Go experiment, put your work in that place.
Penland also provides temporary studio space in what are called the barns to selected resident artists. That's where we found metalsmith Angela Bubash.
The residency program here at Penland is a 3-year position, and they look for people that are going through some sort of transition in their career, basically. And I'm coming from graduate school, so this is a way for me to figure out how I'm going to use my degree and use my skills and my art, and to be exposed to other media and other minds and other ways of thinking about art. And it's a great place to explore and to spread your wings and to learn how to use your skills in different ways.
Angela's work is on display and for sale in Penland's ever-changing gallery.
Our gallery is considered one of the most important venues for contemporary craft. Everyone whose work is exhibited here has either been a teacher at Penland, or a student, or a visiting artist, or one of our artists in residence in our program down in the barns.
We get a lot of people coming through just to see the work. It's quite a nice thing to be able to talk to people from all over the world, actually, and to promote the crafts and promote art. The whole idea of the residency, it was a way to bring artists from all over the country, do the residency, and end up settling here. And when you'll drive around, you'll see so many studios. And it is a lovely community of people, and you become a really tight-knit group. My professor that I went to graduate school said it was kind of hard to leave this place because it is so protected.
One of the attractions for students is that Penland offers facilities and equipment that most likely won't be found in the average backyard workshop. While any blacksmith would be at home with the traditional anvil, these powerful hydraulic hammers can take work to a whole new dimension. The fire of creativity takes other forms in the glass-blowing studio. Age-old techniques are refined and expanded to turn out almost anything that can be imagined. And what is pottery without fire? Here, a gas kiln is being salted to produce glazes that eventually will adorn products of hand and wheel, further reflecting each artist's creative take on life.
Often we will hear people talk about their hands itching, that they hadn't realized that, that there was something else they wanted to say. It's almost like you watch people's hands while they're here, and their hands become this mode of expression, a way to communicate who they are.
Change is always in the wind at Penland, as techniques and even mediums evolve, building on the timeless art and craft that has created this place over the past 75+ years. And yet, the essence of Penland does not change, and is not likely to in coming decades. And that would have suited founder Lucy Morgan rather well.